The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 210. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal lady on. She is an actress and also a TV host, and I'm really excited to have her on so she can share her story and tips on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Ellie Lee. Ellie, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Hi, Sheena. Thanks for having me. My name is Ellie Lee. I'm a TV host and actress. I live in New York City. I've been a TV host for MTV Korea, for VH1. I did a morning show for VH1. I also was a host for them for VH1 News. I'm an on-camera talent as well, and so I've done things for People Style, and I just actually booked a new gig as one of the new face for iHeartRadio as their on-camera talent.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And what would be your cultural background?
I am Korean American, and I've actually never been to Korea, but I was born and raised in New Jersey, but yeah, Korean.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's one of the places I'll have to check out too. I've never been to Korea yet, so It's on the bucket list. And
me too.
Ellie, what would be, your favorite self-confidence quote?
It's a loaded question because I'm actually reading this really interesting book right now about self-confidence and empowerment and really finding yourself. But I think my whole thing with self-confidence is I think the most beautiful thing is to really just intrinsically be yourself. I think there's nothing more attractive to me than when somebody is just confident in who they are because they know of their capabilities and their skills. So yeah, there's this quote that says, be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. And I follow that because I tend to be really hard on myself. And so that's something I try to live by.
Awesome. And that's a great quote. And I think especially too, growing up in an Asian culture, we're so prone to punish ourselves and, self-sabotage and tell us, if you made a mistake, like it's the biggest thing in the world, not realizing we have to be gentle with ourselves, say, you know what, it's okay. We make mistakes, we move on and we just keep going. So, that's a great quote. I think it's a great reminder for people out there that, we all make mistakes. We just got to be gentle with ourselves and just keep going. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
Self-confidence, I think, is loving yourself. I think I'm very fascinated by the whole concept of self-love because I think that I'm on that journey right now of, finding what I love about myself and kind of being that light. I do feel like at times I tend to be really negative and hard on myself. And I think the most attractive person, the most attractive people in my life are people who are just really are filled with self-love. I talked to one of my best friends, Alex, and I was like, you just seem so happy and you just seem like you just really love life and like who you are. And she's like, it's because I am, and I think to me, it's as simple as just loving yourself and loving life.
I love it. Something so simple yet powerful. And I think it's something most women, deal with, learning to love themselves because, you're on that journey. I'm on the same journey. It's not always easy, right? We, like you said, we tend to, self-sabotage ourselves. We punish ourselves. We think we're not worthy enough. We have to find other people to make us happy, not realizing that everything's inside of us. And it's this journey that we go through that we can learn to love ourselves, find out more about who we are and what we're really, about and, what our purpose is in life. So I really love that definition that you mentioned. And Ellie, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
I would say that my teen years and even through my 20s were very difficult, just because I think that I was the oldest of three kids and, I never really had anyone older, an older sibling wise to look up to. So I think I had a really long, hard journey. I wouldn't say long and hard, but I would definitely say that I was lost for a huge portion of my life. And I would only say until, I got into my late 20s where I started really discovering, who I'm, what I'm about, who I like to be surrounded by, when am I the happiest? And so I think it's still a journey that I'm on and it's still something that I'm discovering, but I would definitely say in my later 20s is when I really I'm starting to figure it out a little bit more.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And was there like one point in your life in your late 20s where you realized that, you can be the person you are today? You have that confidence to go out there and do the things that you love?
Yeah. I think that when, I've always wanted to be on television. I always wanted to be an on-camera personality. And I think that when I started really putting myself out there and quitting my job and, really going after my dreams, I think that's when I started to really shape into kind of, my own identity and who I am. And so I think, being in the entertainment industry and like chasing after my dreams has really made me look at, hard in the mirror and really, in order to survive this industry, I need to really be okay within myself. And so I think that's probably, when I started really looking at myself.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I know putting yourself out there, quitting your job is not, the normal route that we're told to go to, right? I'm pretty sure your parents were like, are you insane? What are you doing? You're leaving your cushy job to go after something that's, most people would say unattainable, but I always believe, anything's attainable if you just go out there and just keep putting yourself out like what you did. And, because of that, realization, what's your life been like now?
I mean, I think there are hard days and there are, easier days, but I think the beauty of getting older is that you learn so much, and things that used to, really stress you out before kind of settle down, and, you're just figuring it all out. So it's every day is different, it's a constant, a battle between myself and my head, trying to really, I realize that I can't force myself into becoming the person that I really want to, so I think I'm really taking the time out to, experience different things and feel it out and, let it settle and let it, breathe and let it become who I am, because self-confidence is a long journey, and I think that, every day is just kind of a struggle and a victory in itself.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. We all know, right, our own worst enemy is ourselves, right? We have this fight in our heads, constantly, battling all these things that we go through. But the best thing is, we know that there's other people out there who go through it and be able to come out of it and be able to live the life that they want, be the person that they want to be, live that true freedom that people look for. And, you're a great example of it. And, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be facing some similar problems. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
I think what's helped me a lot in this whole thing is, I look around at the things that I'm really grateful for, the things that are blessings in my life. So I think that's really helped me to love myself, because I have such amazing people around me, like I'm sure anybody can relate, whether you have an amazing family, you have an amazing, partner in life, or your friends are there for you. Like for me, I just try to look at the things around me that are really positive and really, to see how much I'm filled with love, and it kind of makes me realize like I'm so blessed. And so I need to, be the person that I want to be, so that I can, be as loving towards the people around me as they are to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. A lot of people out there, they focus on the wrong things, right? We see people complaining and, looking at their struggles as something bad, not knowing like your struggles is what makes you a stronger person. It could be a blessing in disguise. And, if you're grateful for it, you can start attracting the right things into your life, right? Maybe, a new opportunity, a new job, a new partner, whatever it may be. It starts with gratitude. It starts with living with that mindset of abundance. So, I think that's a great tip. It's something that we all need to be reminded, every single day, that we have to be thankful of what we have in, the present moment, or what we have today in our lives. So Ellie, if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Sure, yeah. You can visit my website. It's ellie-lee.com, or you can go on my Instagram, which is yo_EL, and that's yo_EL, like Yoel. But yeah, you can find me there, and then my Snapchat links are there. I do a lot of Snapchatting. So my Snapchat is yo-Ellie. And yeah, I mean, and I'm on YouTube too. I'm everywhere. So you can, if you just Google me, I will pop up in some form.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Ellie, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Ellie's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I just want to thank Ellie for taking the time to share her story and journey with us. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
It was an honor to have you on. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Tao of Self-Confidence. Want to learn how you can use podcasting to market your business? Download your free report by visiting our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.